Good morning, guys, YouTube people, world, whoever, wherever. We've got a mess here. Okay, I don't know where to start. First, let's start over here. We got a DC to DC charger getting installed. I gotta change that right there. So, yeah, this is a Renogy 40 amp DC to DC battery charger. Basically, it takes the battery charging from the car, from the vehicle. I have yet to decide whether it's going to directly to the battery or, I don't know, the instructions say to starter. So I don't get how. I guess starter wire, you can run to the starter wire, and then that's just straight battery. Then there's an ignition source when the key's on, but that ignition wire only comes on when you go to start, not on. Off, accessory, on, start, spring loaded, start. So anyway, yeah, basically you got to run a key on wire to here, to this first port right there, the first one on the right, and that's a D plus upside down. Yeah, so I have this wire ran all the way under the vehicle. However, this vehicle's long and using up all the wire here, wire there, wherever else I used the wire. I've used a lot of wire. But yeah, so first thing I need to change, which I'm going to change, gotta shut everything off, is the shunt. So I messed up. I technically should have the battery, so battery negative coming up to the shunt, and then everything else should be to the to the bus bar right there. So because if you watch my voltage, amperage, nothing's doing anything. Oh man, I can't even. Nothing's doing anything. There's no draw until I turn the inverter on. So you could see starts up. There's just the draw of that. So if there's no draw of, I have the fan wired in. See, onto the thing. The first one is fan. So we got fan, heater, and switch panel. So we'll go over that real quick. So fan, obviously, I have it all wired up, wired into the fan. So that's fused off of there. Believe me, I was working on this yesterday, and yeah, it works out good. So fan. By the way, probably the coolest tool I have so far. The thing gets hot like instantly. So anyway, switch panel, the switch panel, switches. So yeah, basically we got power coming in, which is labeled power coming in. We got a toilet light, and then all the other lights, and a pump. So I'm gonna have my own, I messed up, should have been shower. should be shower light. So I marked it where the lights are gonna go. So as you can see, light here, it's directly below the shower. So this wire here goes to the shower light. I'm gonna have another light here, and I'm using these little puck lights, these LED puck lights. But yeah, so I have that wired in. So that light, the regular lights are going to be 5 more lights. So a light there, a light there. So 5 lights basically inside the thing. And then I have these ambient lights that I think I'm going to put under the cabinetry. So or cabinet, whatever. I'm obviously going to have a cabinet here, probably a full cabinet right here, because that's going to be a bed right there, cabinet here. I'm going to keep all the water over here, so that's why the water pump wires right there, because I'm going to have a sink here. It's going to have a drain. The shower is going to drain into the drain, into the tank. There's enough room in this side for a tank. And then the diesel heater. So I have the diesel heater all installed besides the fuel line. Basically, everything's installed over here. Positive wire goes up, goes into there, into one of these fuses here. I got 6 fuses there, so I got 6 things of power there, and then I got 5, I believe, on that switch panel, which are just going to be low voltage. Pump, I think, is, or amperage, I should say. The pump, I believe, is 10 amps, maybe 15 amps. The lights are less than 3 amps. I guess I should say wattage, but 3 watts. I think these are the pump. I don't know what the pump is. I haven't gotten it yet. I haven't gotten that far, but so far everything's working. I just have to redo this wiring. I'm probably gonna do that right quick. Like how I said that, right quick. Anyway, but yeah, the diesel heater. There's the exhaust. Not sure you can even see in there. But it's all in there. And yeah, it was a nightmare cutting this circle out, which I didn't even cut circle out. I did, supposed to be, I think, 5 1/4 inch round, and I did 2 3-inch holes for the exhaust. So anyway, here's what it is. Tried putting this in there too, and it wouldn't mount up, but anyway, it does work. It is on. You can barely see it, but that doesn't take much wattage also. So yeah, I didn't think the wiring would be that big of a pain in the butt, but man, running this wiring and tucking it behind these things, you need a snake, a wire snake. Soldering iron for the win. But yeah, so gotta fix that. Gotta finish running the wire. I'm waiting on some wire connectors. I have a hitch for it as well. But yeah, I don't know. My plan is I want to go take the Yamaha for a little drive. So I'll probably do this first. I wanted to shorten the wire anyway over there, so I'll just have to shut all this down. Obviously, I moved all this over to put this in, It says it needs 2 inches of airflow. I barely have that 2 inches, but I don't think I'll be using it as much as it's designed for. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. If I have to extend it, I'll extend it. Hopefully not. But if I do, then it is what it is. So yeah, but everything's working. Everything's working on it as it should. And just waiting on butt connectors because I have to splice in some 4-gauge wire. They recommend 4-gauge wire for this, up to 32 feet. And I think I'm using 28 feet because I have it running down underneath the van. Anyway, so I think it's a total of 28 feet, so I'm gonna have to splice it. And yeah, got this little hydraulic crimper. Thing's pretty cool. Works good. And yeah, so I don't want to connect this obviously yet. I did leave some slack behind here for this wire, left slack behind there, and I left slack for it to hook up to the bus bars. So you can see it goes through the wood for the one, goes through the wood for the negative. So yeah, I'm waiting for heat shrink too. I ran out of red heat shrink, but yeah, I left slack just in case I have to shift this over, which I don't know, I might end up shifting it over. And then I took the ground, I ground the paint off, took the paint off, and then ran a bolt. It's got a bunch of these bolts for cargo hold down. So anyway, I'm gonna mess with this real quick, and then I think the wiring for the other stuff, I might run another wire up and over, or maybe 2 wires up and over and down into here, just in case I decide to do something different. If I have to do a toilet with a fan or a toilet with some sort of electronic device on it, I'll have the power already there. I might run a 2 whatever USB port or something over on this side. So I don't know, I'm just gonna run another wire over and yeah, go from there. So I'll probably run, I don't think I have enough of the 12 gauge, so I'll probably just run 2 12-gauge wires over and just run it over one time and leave a bunch of wire back in there, because like I said, I might do a toilet, one of those dry flush toilets that uses power and like these weird bags like aluminum foil, and it seals it and then sucks it down and seals it and sucks it down, or like a composting toilet that'll have a fan. But yeah, I don't know yet. I'm doing this as I go. So, but all right, guys, I'm gonna get on this, and then might go for a ride. Might have to go for a ride. I think I deserve it. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, do what you guys do. Let me know what you guys think. I know this is a mess, but it's a lot of framing and stuff that I have in there. All right, see you on the next one. Later, guys.